What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about the Division Dynasty. Like I said, I know a lot of you guys are raging, yo, G, all it is Team Affinity with a twist. I understand that, but there's a lot of stuff that you guys don't realize that we have to talk about and make sure that you thoroughly understand exactly what's going on. The reason I'm on this free player, Isaiah Palomao, is because I want to make sure you guys understand. These players are going to make it very easy for you to be able to get the theme teams that you're looking for. All of these ×2 chemistries and these other, like the champions of it for all the 8 divisions that are getting like their divisional team chemistries, it's all a ploy by EA to make sure that you specialize and spend money to get the theme team that you want. But it's not all bad, and I'm going to tell you why. Let me go ahead and break this down for you, right? Some of you guys are asking me about why I don't use Randy Moss. Randy Moss is not in my lineup. He sucks for what I do. Because typically I'm trying to Moss, right? So I don't really care that Randy Moss is 6'4" and he's fast. He's not big enough to be able to go up against some of the players that we play. And then what I found out yesterday with deep out zone KO is that I have to now position my players differently to Moss them. It's similar to 23. If you don't get the right distance of where you're throwing the football, you can't Moss because it'll be knocked out with the deep KO. So I've been labbing it, and I've been seeing exactly where I need to position the guys to do that. And in some cases, you don't even need the Moss to actually catch the ball. But we'll worry about that, later on. What I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that regardless of the theme team that you're trying to put together, now you're going to actually have space to intertwine some other players. What does that mean? With the ×2 of a lot of these players that are coming out with Division Dynasty, of those bunch of 88s, and don't get me wrong, I agree, it's a trash promo. Like, don't make it seem as if like, oh bro, it's dope. Like, the cards are garbage, all right? Most of them are just straight garbage, all right? The CJ Stroud and stuff like that, we're gonna test them out and see how that works, but a lot of the cards are not going to make the squad. But with the fact that they're giving you more of the ×2 chemistries on a lot of the cards, it's going to open up a lot for your theme team. So the reason that I brought up Randy Moss is, if you guys have any team that Randy Moss played for, right, and it's already part of your theme team, you're going to get some of the, the lower level 88 overalls that get ×2, and it's several of them for a lot of different teams, and you're going to start to fill in your lineup with those players. And that's going to open up different play, because you only can have 55 active players. So look, once you start to add those players in from Division Dynasty, now you can put in some of the other players that you want from the different promos. So what does that mean as far as like, your team building, right? I'm going to ask you guys to do me a favor. Drop all your, if you're watching the video, drop what your theme team is. If it's Most Feared, just write MF, whatever, Raiders, write it out. Chargers, whatever you guys are, just write it out. Niners. And then we're going to talk about the building process. Now, not only are those cards 88s, right? And you're going to be able to make a ton of training off of them because most of them are just straight garbage. Just remember this, right? They quick sell. I'm going to show why is he not why do I have anything on this guy? I don't know why I put that on him. It doesn't really matter because he's just a legend on the team. So it's 4,200 training, okay, for an 88. They're about to drop a boatload of them that you can make from like 82s and 84s. What is that going to do to the market? It's probably going to hurt it a little bit because the training value is going to completely depreciate. It's going to be easier to get training. But for those of you guys that understand what that means, you can start to accumulate it. Because it's not about the Division Dynasty and the fact that the promo is trash. It's the card overalls. So you're getting the same overalls, but the training is so immense. And then you're going to be able to put together a lot of training and then use it later on, probably for, even for Zero Chill. What I like to do here is make sure you guys are prepared for what's coming. I don't really know how they're going to work in the harvest because I don't think they're going to put too much effort into it. They're probably going to just drop some cards. Some of you guys are like, yo, bro, they may get chemistries. Whatever the chemistries are, it will not be like the Most Feared, where it's like 50 of them, because EA is not trying to work overtime. So the next one that does that will more than likely be the Zero Chill. If they were to do anything prior to Zero Chill with making more than 50 players that have their own type of chemistries, I would be completely surprised. It's like, oh my goodness, they're actually working now at EA Sports. That this is actually cool. So the 88s that are dropping, all right, this stupid, whatever you want to call it, Division Dynasty, oh, yo, gee, it sucks. Look at the value of what the training is. And look at the value of what it adds to your lineup so that you can now add additional players on your squad, right? That does not affect your team chemistry. So when we go to Randy Moss, a lot of you guys are talking about people running around with a maxed out Randy Moss, right? So what would Randy Moss be maxed out? He's like 94, 93 Excel. Like, it's mad nasty, bro. Like, he's wild and savage. But he's very, very light in the butt cheeks, dude. And if you hit him or like brush by him, he's going to drop the football. That is a major, major problem. So because that is a problem, I just don't use him. I'd rather use like 91 speed Parham, and if he gets behind you, bro, and he goes for 6, he just goes for 6. But I'm not gonna allow this guy to come out there and just be straight trash. Now, with the way that it's set up and the way that you're gonna be able to get a ton of 88s and the champion that also has the team chemistry, it also grants you a way to get a higher overall. Now, does overall really matter? Not as much as it used to, because they don't really have a lot of the things that they used to have as far as objectives, where you have to win games with a certain overall. For all my old school MUT guys, you know, they used to put us through hell with a lot of different variations for MUT Master and all that stuff. That's no longer the case. So unless you have a really, really good star player that you want to make OP, that completely influences your entire squad, utilizing these cards, right? I agree, it doesn't make any sense. But for those of you guys that are die hard to your theme team, this is going to benefit you because of what I'm saying, the ×2 chemistries and also the actual champions of those divisions. So that's what you have to look out for. If that doesn't apply to you and you don't care, right? Like, say for instance with Randy Moss, right? Any of his teams that he played for, you can easily go ahead and get those actual Division Dynasty players for them and, you know, use less cards and therefore add other ones, right? But if none of this is appealing to you, if none of this matters, all you're going to be able to do is make a ton of training, okay? Because they showed the sets on Good Morning Madden, and it's all with the lower level cards that I've been telling you guys to keep. So yeah, it's really Team Affinity with a twist, but it doesn't really matter. I got a ton of 83s. I got so many things that I can utilize to make these cards. So if you guys were listening to me, and as we grinded through and we made all those treats and all that stuff, and then we turned it into 83s and just held them there with all the rerolls, you're going to make a lot of currency off of this. So don't worry about everybody saying that the promo is trash and it's garbage. All of that is true, but we're gonna still make coins off of it. Doesn't matter. Like I said, we have to always look for the way for us to make out. We're not worried about anything else. Now, would I've liked to see, you know, a Teddy Hendricks or Anthony Barr or something like that? Yes, we all would have loved to see that. But EA Sports doesn't care about what we want to see. And that's what everybody has to realize. They don't care about that, bro. All right? Team Diamonds are not here. Nothing's going on. But we're still going to be able to utilize it in the way that we want, whether making it open up for more other players to be added into our lineup so that we don't have to have close to 50 completely on our team. Plus, remember, Affinity cards are going to be being released for the teams. That's going to start being ×3, ×5, stuff like that. So you're going to be able to have much easier hybrid theme teams. And that's another major part if you want to have a hybrid theme team. So again, make sure you're doing these things like keeping all these lower level elites, because we're going to make a lot of those 88s, and then we're going to be ready to go inside of the store with training, or we'll just pile it up until it's zero chill, because you know the re-rolls are going to be crazy, whether it's presents and all the other stuff they're going to be doing. You already have the currency for it because of this promo. So don't look at it being trash. Look at it as a useful tool that you're going to go ahead and make coins for, and I'm going to lay everything out for you as soon as everything is live. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Stay well, stay blessed. Until next time. One love, y'all.